The gym teacher told the boys to take off their shirts and prep for basketball, but one kid hesitated. "Come on, Bryce, don't act like some shy little girl." With a sharp tug, another student yanked off his shirt, then froze. Everyone did. Bryce's chest and back were covered in bruises, like he just walked out of a brutal fight. But no one asked. No one dared ask. Bryce wasn't like the other kids. While others carried books, he brought a steel pipe. In their eyes, he was a thug. Yet somehow, he always ranked number 1 in the entire grade. His teacher couldn't understand it. How could someone so disinterested in school score so high? That question led him to Bryce's home, where the truth hit hard. Bryce had no parents. He was raised by his elderly grandmother in a tiny, worn-down apartment. But instead of being broken by tragedy, he was fiercely self-disciplined. His walls were lined with trophies. For 5 years, he was top in science. The pipe he brought to school, he had bent and welded it himself to build a handrail for his grandma. Their life was humble but happy until time began catching up with her. Her hearing was fading fast, and Bryce knew she'd soon need a hearing aid. But for a family this poor, even a basic device was a luxury. To help, he quietly borrowed money from classmates, but never told them why. When his friend Logan followed him after school, he found Bryce working at a construction site. Logan didn't stop him, but offered a quicker solution. Manual labor's the slowest way. With your brain, you could tutor rich kids. You'd make triple. It sounded smart, but it brought trouble. At a tutoring session, Bryce, pretending to be a college physics major, was caught off guard when a parent challenged him with a real university-level question. He froze, and the lie unraveled. The school principal exploded, accusing him of fraud. "You don't belong here," he shouted. "You've broken every rule." Bryce stayed silent until he finally snapped, "I needed the money." The room fell silent. The principal had no words, only shame. With nowhere else to turn, Bryce went back to the construction site. But the constant strain, the lack of food, the pressure, it all hit him at once. He collapsed from exhaustion. Only then did the truth come out. He'd been surviving on one leftover bun a day. The teacher reassured his grandmother that once his nutrition improves, so will his health. Still, watching her grandson so weak in bed broke her heart. The next day, Bryce returned to school, only to see classmates with shiny new bikes and clothes. He smiled, saying, "My old bike's still the best." But his grandma felt the sting. She wanted him to have something nice for once. That evening, she decided to stay out late to sell more buns. When Bryce got home, something felt off. He rushed to her usual spot and found a terrifying scene. A group of men had taken over her stall, and they were about to lay hands on the only family he had left. Subscribe and like for part 3.